But Dr.
Philly,
we have not determined the cause of past failures. Moron! This Bandicoot will be my general, and he will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time I shall reign triumphant. We are closer than ever before. Quickly, into the vortex!
Philly.
The vortex is not ready. We have no idea what it could do. Failure again. Capture him!
Uh-oh.
Prepare the female Bandicoot.
Hey, you wanna see someone good playing Crash Bandicoot without paying him anything? Then go watch Evil AJ 2010 stream on YouTube. It has free and you have freedom of speech in the chat.
Hey, be awesome one.
Hey Phil.
Go fuck yourself, you stupid little shit.
That was rude.
I'm gonna block you.
What a cockroach. You know he has gonna come back 100 times. What a serious waste of life.
Feel less salty today.
Not salty, I'm just done with that shit. Like, you already almost got me killed. The trolling is over. I am not putting up with any of it anymore. He is one of the major reasons why people dislike me so much. One of the most negative stalkerish shits that has ever slandered me. I haven't even fucking started yet. He isn't here promoting other people.
That was rude of you, Phil. By the way, I am going at the university next year, so I didn't wasted my life pee. I expect apology from you on the pre-stream.
Just goes to show they let an idiot into university, doesn't it? Those degrees don't mean shit anymore, lol.
Alright, hello everyone and welcome. Welcome to the pre-stream for a long and epic day that is ahead of us. I thank you for being here on the pre-stream. We will be starting within just a few short minutes. This event is 100% due to the patrons for the month of May. So I would like to take this opportunity to give a very special shout out to anyone in the month of May who was a patron. Because of you, directly because of you, we're going to have a very special day, a mini marathon of Crash Bandicoot. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but Crash Bandicoot was actually one of the games that I did play. I remember renting this game several times. This is one of them. I remember at least 2 to 3 times I had played it. I liked it, but it certainly had a difficulty factor to it. I remember, you know, the platformers back then were very unforgiving. It's not like today where you buy these platformers from Nintendo and you start out with 400 lives. If you die, you start over anyway from the same spot. You know what I mean? Today the games are very watered down and made a lot for the kiddies. Although it's funny because you say, oh, Crash Bandicoot was very challenging, but quite honestly, it was made for all audiences. It was made for kiddies, but it was also made for older people. It was kind of a game that tried to appeal to all audiences. Especially a game like this where there's a lot of trial and error. You can't just sit there and focus on it. You know, a lot of the times, you know, back then when I was a kid, I remember I had a couple hours a day maybe where I could play during a weekend or whatever. But the game is pretty historic in the fact that it is the origins of Naughty Dog. That's right, Naughty Dog, which went on to make many more storied games on PlayStation systems. I think right now, of course, they're most known for games like Uncharted, but of course, recently The Last of Us, and, you know, before that, the other action-adventure style platformers that they had made on the PlayStation 2. But this was actually their origins, if you can believe it. Crash Bandicoot, a huge part of the Naughty Dog origins. And so I'm excited. I'm excited because I am going to re-experience retro games that I have not played in quite some time. I have not played the Crash Bandicoot games since the 1990s, all right? So this is going to be a cool retro experience to share with you all. I am kind of force-feeding myself to play it all day, so I get the feeling that after a while the rage will build. And let's face it, platformer games are the best kind of games for that rage. I've actually heard this game does have saves, but they're actually very scarce that you need to use a password system. So I actually have a pad of paper in front of me to prepare for the password system. And I'm looking forward to it. I hope that we all have fun, enjoying this. I am playing this. This is the PlayStation 1 version of the game, but it is being emulated on PlayStation 3. So there is a little bit of input delay. Now, it's not a huge input delay. It's not like, oh my god, I press it and it takes half a second for it to react. In fact, I'm moving the cursor right now on the main menu screen and I can see it's a slight bit of delay. It's not huge, okay? So I'm hoping that it will not amount to too many fails, or if my fails will be legitimate, you know? It's a cheap death, it's a beginner's trap versus, man, I pressed the button, or man, I know I pressed left or right and it didn't input until later. That would be annoying, but I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal. I think it might have been 2011. I did a Mega Man marathon. You guys remember that? Or was it 2010? Remember that summer of Mega Man where I played Mega Man 1 through, what was it? Mega Man 2, 3, 4, 5, was it 6? I think I played like 6 Mega Man games that summer. Everything that had been on the NES. Woo! Nobody gives a shit! And I got through that. It took me a while. It took me a couple of weeks to get through all the games, but I did. I pushed through it and eventually beat all of those games. If I can do that, I'm pretty sure that I can succeed with Crash, although there may be a tough uphill climb and there may be much rage and much fail. I think I can do it. If you're enjoying today's marathon, if you really like this, and you're like, man, I wish Phil would do more stuff like this, understand that in the month of July, the end of July, today is the 1st of July, by the way, the end of this month, I'm doing another marathon, and what games I play is going to again be determined by the patrons, people who pledged in the month of June. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, some people have been asking this. I am using a face cam. In fact, we're implementing what's called the Crash Cam this time around, so you're going to get to see me and my face rage as I die during the gameplay. Should be good. Alright everyone, so that is it for the pre-stream for the Crash Bandicoot mini marathon. Again, very special thanks to the May patrons who made this possible. Special thanks to the June patrons who recently pledged. You guys will be able to vote on if you want to see more Crash next month or not. But that's pretty much all I've got to say. Let's end the pre-stream. Let's get going with 7 solid hours of Crash Bandicoot. Yes! Yes! Yes!
And here we go.